Viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Come on! Come on! You're sucking out our blood. Come on, bro. Come on!
Who's all in the house?
Huh?
Who's all in the house?
It's me.
Who you... No! I've been shot! No!
Hey guys, Richard Hernandez here. Thanks for checking in. So, that video is kind of hard to watch. Obviously, it's a follow-up to what happened, if I'm not mistaken, about a week ago in Phoenix, Arizona. There were a total of 9 police officers that were shot, 1 critically. To the best of my knowledge, they survived. But this footage in particular is it's scary, for lack of a better term. And it's something that unfortunately happens, and I personally feel that we're going to see more and more of this just because of the temperature. I think that's the phrase, that's how I phrase it personally, as far as society's temperature, if you will. This is not something that has occurred overnight. This is something that has been building up for a very long time, in my opinion. And those of you that either work in the industry, so to speak, or are boots on the ground, probably, like I said, preaching to the choir, as they say. But yeah, this is something that, unfortunately, it's scary, and I find it to be evil. The reason I say that is because people in law enforcement, any capacity of public safety, law enforcement, some sort of protection role, in my opinion, majority of those people come from a good-hearted place where just, by their character, by the way they're raised, their values, or whatever have you, they are protectors. They are loving people that want to help others. They want to help their community. They want to help their people. And, as corny as cheesy as it sounds, a lot of people that become police officers, they maybe buy into the whole, I want to make my community better. I want to make it safer. I want to stop bad guys, or I want to stop bad people from hurting innocent people. And this video, to me, in my opinion, is evil in the fact that this person, to say the least, weaponizes that love, weaponizes the kindness, weaponizes the goodness, the wholeheartedness that the person in uniform has, where he lures him in, he draws him in. And we're not going to get into the tactical part of it now. That'll probably be another segment of the video, but just that was one of the things that stood out to me the most, and it's not the first time I've seen this. It ties into something that the way I was raised and trained, and then just kind of mindset that was instilled in me, was the whole, we want to walk down the hill type of a thing. I'm not putting anything out there as far as the officer did something wrong or this and that. Like I said, we're not going to dissect the video in this segment tactically as far as the breakdown, but I wanted to focus more on this evil, weaponizing a person's kindness, a police officer's kindness. And like I said, I chalk everything down to love, if you will. Some might find it cheesy, some might find it corny or whatever it is, but essentially that's what it is. The people that put on their uniform, the people that go out every single day and literally put their lives on the line, are good people. It takes a certain type of person. And I chuckle because you either have to be extremely passionate, or something has to be wrong with you, or maybe a bit of both, to do what it is that is required day in and day out. And even more so now during these times. It is just, like I said, it's scary. It's I don't want to say different times, but to an extent it's different times. And the reason I kind of want to stay away from saying it's different times is because if you talk to, certain old timers, some old coppers from whether it's the 60s, 70s, if you guys have access to them, talk to them about what they went through, some of the things that they experienced. A lot of this stuff is cyclical, if I'm saying that word correctly. There's cycles of this that society goes through as a whole, and this is not the first time that things like this have happened, where police officers are being ambushed, where police officers are being lured into certain situations, knowing how officers are going to respond, or how those good, kind-hearted people in uniform are going to respond to something like, hey, she's bleeding out. Hey, like, hurry, come this way. We need your help, And like I said, this stuff happens. And it's evil, in my opinion. And like I said, I have my personal thoughts. Well, I'll try to keep those out of the video. But I do want to put that, I guess, message out there where this is evil, and this is the type of stuff that people in law enforcement, public safety, like I said, boots on the ground, protection level type people that, like I said, are day in and day out, literally risking their lives every day for the greater good, if you will. This is what they face, To all my law enforcement people, we'll have a segment in the video where I'm going to get down into the taking situations like this and learning from them. I came from a place where I was raised and trained where, we look at situations like this, not to Monday morning quarterback and say, well, I would have done this, I would have done that. We take this so that it is not in vain, so that the officers that were here before us, the constables, the deputies, or whatever have you, federal agents, from federal, state, local, whatever it is, townships, we look at those incidents so that their injuries, their ultimate sacrifice, giving their lives is not in vain. So that we take what happened to them and we learn from it, we learn from it, we take from it, our takeaways as far as what was done good, what was done bad, what could we do better. And we do that in hopes that if we ever find ourselves in a similar situation, that we're able to come out victorious. And like I said, for those of you that know, that have been around for a while, I'm probably preaching to the choir, and as the saying goes, like I said, that's the reason why we do the breakdowns and stuff like this, so that, like I said, we can come out on top every single time if we can. We want to always have the upper hand. We want the odds always in our favor. We want the cards stacked in our favor, or whatever type of analogy or metaphor you come up with. But yes, we want to learn from this so that we can prevail every single time, so that the loss or injury of our brothers and sisters in arms is not in vain.